It's Week 11 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Eagles and the Chiefs on Sunday Night Primetime.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And the nightcap to a busy Sunday is underway. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Completes this one to Gray. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. 2nd and 3 now. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes now. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
This return makes it up to the 25. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the Chiefs.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. A first down carry for Pacheco. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. It's Pacheco again. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal. Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born.
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Chiefs grow their lead off the turnover. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs go up 10-zip here in the first. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Caught by the open man. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. As this play ends, we see someone in some discomfort out there. Oh, that's the tight end, Dallas Goedert, who they're coming out to look at. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
This one taken in by Granson. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
A play fake now Hurts to throw. He's got Devontae Smith. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Buys time, and the ground game works for the touchdown. The Eagles reduce the lead to just 4. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Brown with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He gets a half dozen on the carry, and that's also going to bring up 3rd and 6. We send a man in motion. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll return to the link right after this. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Here's 2nd and 14. Hauled in by Worthy. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this one doesn't go far. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. A give right side. Here's Pacheco. Broke through the tackle. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This throw is caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Pacheco goes up and over for the touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 9-point advantage. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs make it a 10-point ball game. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And he is the NFL leader in rushing yards as we work through November. He's hoping an excellent season can continue as such here. On 1st down, Hurts. Finds him on the crossing route. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
We'll have him gain about a handful there. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Barkley's got it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Chiefs and this running back headed back out for a new series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. No one around. He's got space. 40. Hits the 20. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs make it a 16-point ball game. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs take a 3-possession lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Hurts setting up to throw. Taken in by Smith. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. This finds Smith. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles are on the move here. 3rd and just 2 to go. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looked like an Eagle flew in and was first to the ball. They're going to maintain possession. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
Braden Mann on the punt. The Chiefs returning their offense and this running back to the field. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. To the air, Mahomes. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And that defense reacts quickly. Wow, they take him down near the 21. The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the Eagles will take possession. 1st down throwing for Hurts. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. Another try following the sack. He's on the move. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he crashes into a wall and only gets back to the line of scrimmage. The Eagles are in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He'll start from the 39. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they'll need to be judicious in using that final timeout, Brock, but they still could put a scoring drive together before the break. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Has his man, it's Pacheco.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Fits it through the middle. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs make it a 24-point ball game. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Eagles setting out their offense one last time in the first half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Hurts now from the gun. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Looking to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
He'll throw it. He lofts it deep left. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession. So we've arrived at halftime. The Chiefs with a lead so far on the road. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
We got a strong first half out of the running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Butker on now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. This offense running out for a new series led by their running back. And you can see that among all NFL running backs, he's one of the best at catching the football this season. Second right now in the league in receiving touchdowns.
Set.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. He's got Smith. He's got a gain of 6 there. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They're going to run with Barkley. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Barkley. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. A timeout now as medical staff runs out to deal with an injured player, and that's A.J. Brown, the man in question. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Hurts looking to throw. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
He's throwing for it! And it's hauled in inside the end zone for 2. That trims the lead just a little bit. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again, and again, and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to Pacheco. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That was Reed Blankenship making the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Kansas City sends out its punt team. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. So that brings up 2nd down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Barkley's got it. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And that brings up 4th and long. Their punter making his way out now. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. It's Pacheco on 3rd. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he gets him around 6 there. Cooper to Gene with the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
This one finds Kelsey. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bullet...
Touchdown, Kansas City! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs stretch the lead to 23. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first two plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Mike Edwards makes the play. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Receiver in motion, headed right. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And that's good for a gain of 5. Zach Bond with the tackle. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's Chiefs football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the fourth. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. A tight end in motion now. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
That's caught for the first. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs grow their lead yet again. Butker on now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That pass complete to Goddard. Second down now, 7 to go.
No touch it. No touch.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Pickup of 0 on the play, and that leaves them with 4th and 6.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Penalty helps the offense out, but still 4th down to figure out. They'll run here following the penalty. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw, Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And they take him down right along the 30.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
2nd and 1. He's got Brown on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Saquon. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Just 1 yard on the gain, so now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Eagles making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown! All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles trail by 23 now. Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. And the Chiefs cover up the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Running is Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Now a handoff for Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make the lead 26 points.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First down throwing for Hurts. This finds Smith. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hurts to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Hurts now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 37 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Hurts throwing again. He's got Smith. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. One final shot here. The back grabs it. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Philadelphia.